What's up, sons of bitches? It's your boy, Young Contrarian. I got drunk about an hour and a half ago when I started recording these takes, but I'm almost sober now, so I'm really kind of pissed off. I had like just enough courage juice to say what I needed to say, but now I'm getting kind of pissed. So this take might be a little bit more rowdy than the previous ones. Look, I'm going to start right off with a non sequitur. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah, she's been out of her committees for a couple of weeks, but look, she believes in the Jewish space lasers, apparently designed to start wildfires in California. She called for Nancy Pelosi to be hung for treason. She encouraged people to surround the Capitol and intimidate senators a year ago, well before the insurrection. And look, she even called David Hogg, I'm kind of quoting Jimmy Kimmel right now. She called David Hogg, who was a classmate of the Parkland shooting victims, a coward and an idiot who's trained like a dog. Baby, who hurt you? It's gotta be somebody. Was it Johnny Bravo? That smooth-talking son of a bitch. I'm gonna give him what's for. Do people even say that anymore? What's for? I don't know. I heard it in a movie once. Don't worry, honey. We're going to fix you. In other news, the world is literally going to shit. Am I the only one who's been completely ignored by women lately? When even just saying something totally benign? Let me explain. So today I went to get some brews at the 7-Eleven, and this Latina chick was behind the counter. You could probably tell by just looking at her that her mind was in the clouds. Maybe thinking about getting dicked by Henry Cavill or some shit like that. But anyway, when it's my turn, I say, good afternoon. No response. Okay, whatever. I used my EBT card for some White Castle burgers as well as getting some beers on money. And when it says on the screen on my side, please wait on the associate or whatever, I politely waited for a good 10, maybe 15 seconds before saying, where we at? She finally stopped staring out the window a couple seconds after that and presses the prompt on her screen. Really losing points with me, Jennifer Lopez? Oh well. Some people are just retarded and you gotta live with it. Finally, right before I hand over the money for the beers, I commented on the music that was playing. I'd never heard this song before. And it was almost trance-like. I said, loud enough to hear, looking right at her, hey, this song is almost hypnotic, huh? She just looked at me with a blank bitch face and zero response. It's a simple question, Twatiana! For fuck's sake, I'm not asking you out. I'm not hitting on you. I'm making the most basic observation on the music that's playing. We both can hear it. Just trying to spark a fucking moment of humanity with small talk before I go back to my underground bunker to wait out the pandemic for the next 12 years. Would it kill you to say at the very fucking least? Yeah, or I guess. No! She fucking ignored me. How goddamn rude. Not to mention, she's wearing these 9-inch nails. Not literally, but they were literally the longest nails I've ever seen on a woman. At least 2 inches. They were white with blue designs. I don't care if they were Dodgers or some Japanese shit. I couldn't tell. She freaking scratched me, grabbing the money from my hand. You know, it's okay. I used a little rubbing alcohol on a band and I'm fine. But it took her a cool 20 seconds to fish out the whole 5 coins it took to exact my chains. Look, I believe that we should throw women like this into the fucking ocean to drown. Screw Corona. Stuck-up bitches are the real pandemic sweeping America. Stealing alimony from righteous men who just wanted to share a family with a beautiful woman. They screw people over. Girls at the 7-Eleven checkout stand who you just try to say hi to and they ignore you. These bitches need to go. I'm not trying to get in your pants. I'm just trying to make small talk while you take fucking ages to complete the simplest transaction. But no, you don't even want to respect me enough to respond. I'm just making a simple comment. Moving on. After I went to get some beers, I drove down to McDonald's. On the way there, I see this bougie S to the O bitch in a Cadillac. I'm not presuming race or gender, and I don't care. It could have been a white woman, could have been a black dude. I don't care. They cut me off, switching into my lane without a signal. And moments later, they cut somebody else off on the right lane. Same thing, no signal. Their window was cracked just enough. So when I get equal with them, I shout in my outdoor voice, "Too rich for a signal, bitch!" They heard it. And luckily they turned soon after, so I didn't have to face some kind of road rage. And it probably didn't make a fucking difference because it was just like one of a dozen reckless drivers I passed on the 2-mile journey to 7-Eleven and McDonald's. I don't want to fucking die. I just want to get some beers and some burgers. I want to get drunk. Please don't kill me on the road with your arrogant, ignorant driving. Driving may be the most scary it's ever been in decades right now. I can't describe why or what caused it. I can just sense it. People tailgate like a son of a bitch. They cut you off. 10 over the speed limit isn't good enough for these folks. Fuck, I've even been passed on a double yellow line on a blind curve with tons of traffic both ways on a single lane each way highway. I was forced to swerve off the goddamn road as I watched the other guy clip another car coming back into the lane and spin out into the desert. Luckily, I was unscathed, but I saw the cops coming the other way as I went down the road. People just have no respect, no patience, and let's be honest, Corona has beat the shit out of us. And the weaker ones who can't handle the stress are starting to display the worst of humanity as they break down and collapse under the pressure. If you've never been homeless, if you've never been in poverty, welcome to the real world, bitch. You thought 2020 was bad? Losing your job, not being able to go to your college, maybe even having trouble paying your rent and shit? Welcome to the real world, bitch. I lived in a car for 3 years. I lived on the streets. I had nothing, nobody, and nobody had my back. Welcome to the real world, bitch. I mean, look, unless you got lucky on Tinder, it's been a dry year for most of us. So sexual tension is at an all-time high. We can't go to the bar and meet people. And Tinder is fucked at this point. You know, girls from range 4 to 10 only look for guys range 7 to 10. So all of us, like normal guys who may have a very charming personality, may have a decent job, but don't have that 6 foot or taller status, or maybe don't have that handsome look in our profile picture, we get passed by. So, man, sexual tension is at an all-time high. Other than that, the national politics are some of the most devastating headlines in decades. Economic collapse. The stock market is about to crumble. 500,000 national deaths to coronavirus in a year. Power for most Texans out during a deadly cold snap. And Kim and Kanye breaking up. It has just been a sad couple of months, and the losers aren't handling it well. Shockingly, people still aren't wearing masks when they should, and some even blame Biden or claim that the whole coronavirus is a hoax. Jesus Christ! How about MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell, who before Trump left office was seen meeting with the insider-in-chief, holding notes, mentioning among other things martial law. He has since been banned from Twitter for false accusations of voter fraud, but Newsmax was kind enough to give him at least a chance to respond, but he just doubled down on the conspiracies.
We have all the election fraud with these Dominion machines. We have 100% proof.
Mike, thank you very much. Mike, you're talking about machines that we at Newsmax have not been able to verify any of those kinds of allegations. We just want to let people know that there's nothing substantive that we've seen. We wanted to talk to you about canceling culture, if you will. We don't want to relitigate the allegations that you're making, Mike, because we understand where you are. So let me ask you this. Do you think that this should be temporary? Because it appears to be permanent. Could you make an argument that it is temporary?
What?
Okay, Mike, can I ask our producers, can we get out of here, please? I don't want to have to keep going over this.
Mike, hold on a second. Everybody hold on a second. Mike, hold on 1 second. Let's talk a little bit about...
You know, maybe it seems like he's crazy, but I get it. He's just trying to get his 140 characters out there after being banned. Can't blame the guy for needing to be heard. In related news, the former president has been banned from almost every social media and popular website platform imaginable, including Snapchat, Shopify, Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and others, just to name some of the most popular platforms that dumped Trump. Not only that, but his mega hotel in Atlantic City was just destroyed last week, with seats to watch commanding a hefty price and one lucky guy being able to pull it, as they say in demolition terms. In fact, I think we have a clip of it. Check it out.
Oh my God.
Oops. My bad. Wrong controlled demolition. Let's try that again.
This building had fallen into a state of disrepair, and they decided to put it out of its misery. Front row seats for the implosion went for $600 a pair. They used 3,000 sticks of dynamite, and they auctioned off the chance for one lucky winner to blow it up. I'm happy for him. He's pretty speedy for a poodle.
Between the internet blockade, his properties being destroyed, and like a dozen or more legal cases being opened against Trump, this is a very gratifying time for anyone with an IQ higher than broccoli who still has any pride for what America really stands for. The Schadenfreude is palpable. Schadenfreude is basically the amusement from seeing the demise of an enemy. After everything he did to make America hate again, he has finally been outvoted, censored, and held responsible for his crimes. Who would have known that all he had to do to make America actually great again was get the fuck out of town?
We watched in horror as the Dawn encouraged white nationalist groups, inciting and attempting a coup, mismanaged the coronavirus, leading to 500,000 deaths that were potentially avoidable. And we also had to deal with him lying between 20 and 30,000 times on record. 20 to 30,000 times! Just in case you need a visual representation of a number that large, here is 10,000 Japanese people singing Ode to Joy, which was on blast, pretty much the theme song in my trailer after the recent inauguration.
Okay, now imagine 3 times that many people, and each one represents a lie told by Trump. How can Republicans take a figure like that and just shake it off? They believed in his racist border wall, deportation of honest, hardworking citizens, legal or not. He attempted to overthrow the government after losing 7 million votes. Is there nothing that Trump could do to lose Middle America's support?
Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's incredible.
I guess not.
Thank you for the view, guys. If you like this content, I've got 2 other channels that I'm working on right now. One is a music channel specifically, called Gravity Records. This is my gaming channel, WiiDS Rebel. And my other one is called Young Contrarian, where I look at politics, religion, and other deep and taboo topics. You can find all of my channels and more at afktv.card.co. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys.